A bold maneuver.
If you will not give, then I will take!
Never a dull moment. Swift as my feet can carry me. Fresh orders?
Pay me in blood!
Strike.
No! Take no more!
Free from the curse now. Perhaps she'll find peace.
I'm ready.
What to do? Open up. How much further can I go? Something over there.
What am I to do? Onward in her name. Worth a try. Blocked from the other side.
No one stopped me yet.
No time for dally.
Still alive, so that's progress.
What's next? No time to waste.
ends well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Action, not reaction.
At least things have stayed interesting. Swift as my feet can carry me.
That's curious.
While our enemies still draw breath.
Out of sight, out of mind. Have to keep going.
I'm ready. Ready for anything.
Not now.
Unnoticed. Good.
No one back home will ever believe this.
This calls for careful footwork.
Staying out of sight.
Soft as silk. Waiting with bated breath.
Cloak and dagger. My favorite.
Staying out of sight. There is work to do.
Quietly. From the shadows.
Out of sight, out of mind. Light on my feet.
Pick me up.
Let me strike. Another fight. Let's go.
You bow, or you break.
Yes? Blood comes easy these days. I thirst for combat.
To me.
Wonder if the gods are watching me. Let's have a look. An apple fit in my pack.
wonder what the next move is. Right, better get to it.
I've got a long road ahead. What's hiding here? Can't slow down.
I'll feel that one later.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
I'll be on my way. What's in here? All right. Don't mind if I do. Anything of use? Cursed to put my hands on everything. Bet I can crack that open.
Shadow.
Just thought of something.
As you approach Minthara, you feel her mind
Sorry. Old habits. A feeling. When we first met, before moonrise, I intruded on your thoughts without hesitation. I would not do that again. I did not think we would ever share anything more than an uneasy alliance, born of our mutual enmity. I was wrong. A deeper bond. I trust you. But I would like to touch your thoughts again, now that my mind is my own. May I? Of course. I do not hide until my time in the cult of the Absolute. I did not expect to find any outside the Underdark who saw the world as I did not expect you. I have been told that I am special since my mother first held. Before the Absolute, I lived a life. I also knew that I could not enjoy the taste of food for fear of poisoning, and I could not enjoy the company of life in spite of the danger. Now, without Lolth, without the Absolute, without my hope, show me myself through your eyes. Let me see what I am to you.
She joins her thoughts with yours, and you are as one. Those doubts cluster in swarms, and the thickest is around her sense of self. What does she see? The cold shell of Minthara's mind melts away, and
I have never lacked confidence, but this conflict seems so. But whatever life remains to us, I would gladly spend it fighting at your side and lying with you.
her mind touches yours, feather light and
Tonight, there.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. Fine. What's up?
How are you holding up?
Open this cage, you munting asshole!
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll...
the dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders.
My faith protects me.
Still breathing, despite everything. One day I'll catch a break.
Ketheric is defeated, the path ahead clear. You should be elated. The sight of the land you leave behind does.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even...
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Keep going. Already feeling better.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampire, to place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn. We will kill him. But there's more to it. Think about it. It sounds like Cazador, for all his evils, has gotten further than... This may be a beginning, not an end. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. Doesn't it sound delightful? For the lucky little... After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better. We'll be glorious, both you and I. Let's find out more about the ritual. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend. My, you sweet. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us. We should get to them first. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking...
My resplendence honors yours.
What's inside?
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest. Recall that... Dost thou require a new...
Shadowheart looks different. A disparate collection of...
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the elf will liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions. Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? A thrill courses through you at the thought. You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
We're under attack. Help me.
That orb is about to erupt! I'm under attack. Blackets will be done.
No time to dally.
In your name.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. With haste.
Time to strike.
Need to act fast. Got to press on.
Friend, you will be cleansed.
Ready for battle.
Swift and lethal.
Need to stay focused. On my way.
It's not over. Come to the skull. Action meets reaction. can't hold them back alone.
Best get going. If not over, then through. No traps, please.
I need you, now.
I'll feel that one later.
Whatever it takes.
What path lies before me? Something good here, I hope.
The skull! Come to the skull! It's not over. Come to the skull. Help me!
Assume nothing. Proceeding.
Linger. Into the shadows. Not one false move.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
A mind flare? What's going on here?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. That came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. I told you about my room in the Elsong Tavern. That night when you held me, I was vulnerable. You comforted me. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warg pup learning.
You must be joking. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest. Together, we can turn the tide.
One day, I'll catch a break. On I go.
Destroy.
Best be on my way. Breathe deep and move.
My victims await.
I'm ready.
I must regain control over the Githyanki Prince.
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
It's like I said before. I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free, and I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Gestil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you.
His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus, his mother, to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus' mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Vlaakith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was imprisoned. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Vlaakith will be finished. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt it change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, all I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. There may come a time when that is necessary, but there is no guarantee that his power would survive his passing. The moment his protection is gone, you would become enthralled to the Elder Brain, just as I would. We may look different, but to the Elder Brain we are already the same. Thralls in its design. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I am pleased to hear that. You will do very well as an Illithid. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. The transformation will not be complete. The physical alteration in particular will only be partial. But your potential will certainly be amplified. Would you like to do it? Would you like to evolve?
Skra! Whatever this gig offers is no gift to you.
You continue to surprise surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another. A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane. Cocooned here for millennia, it has become extraordinary.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The Brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the Brain, and bring it under our control.
I'll give up now. Should mind my step. No traps, please.
Let's get on with it. Might be useful. Have to keep pushing. Let's see what we have here.
Action, not reaction. Objective noted. Let's have a look.
Time to rest. Seems simple enough.
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable, but impenetrable. Within it,
Go to the
prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away.
only... It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy in Voss. It is Orpheus. The blood of the mother. The prince of the comet. And even more powerful still. It said he could bring 1,000 Githyanki to their... Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith, and of long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made... Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed the first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Our current Vlaakith has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against... It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the... Yet the Prince of the Comets, should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. We meet Voss in the city, and we obtain the key to freeing... Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would... If the Githyanki are to be free, the prince... What about him? The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, so mad with power and glowing with such lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. Why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? Orpheus's honor guard, trapped by Vlaakith. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husk. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perish. A weapon is only an asset for the means of Vlaakith's. Better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet. Very well. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us... Do you not feel the cold where once there was heat? The void where your soul once resided? Galik, the end time of the 16 planes will be... Very well. I will accept what this damn... Yisk Githkar Tafki crash... I'm listening.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time. The more I learn, the less I understand. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. But I digress. Did you want something? More likely it would just put a stop to us. Do you know what this entails? Well, of course you do. But I don't want that for myself. Fine. I truly hope you're right about this.
Life pulses when it wants to share it.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awaits. The tadpole's essence courses through you, where you feel different. Your body has...
Perhaps.
Indolence breeds madness.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
You need my expertise.
Eager for battle.
Looking ahead. Don't waste a step. First in my heart.
You wish to consult me? We will need every advantage. If this superior tadpole, its influence on you is plain to see. I will be up.
Life pulsed once.
Go on. Don't be...
That you...
Perhaps.
Breathe deep and move.
Assume nothing.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. At the ready. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Let's see what this does.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Hold it. Assume nothing.
What now?
Let's move. Time to press ahead.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them.
Maybe I need more pockets.
eager for battle. An efficient path.
I will take my pick.
Never a dull moment.
There is work to do.
All right, what now? These boots have seen everything. Might be useful.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. That was last 10-day, though. Guards blow like petards. They don't help us. That means you don't come back. My mum is coming back, though. She's looking for me. If you see her, tell her Yenna's looking for her. It's really scary.
Tommy can handle it. What do you get out of this? Well, it's the right thing to do, isn't it? Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
I do not understand why the matrons, sorry, patriarchs of the city do not open their gates to the refugees. I was not suggesting they be allowed to roam free. They should be put to work. The city needs laborers and yes. And if they work hard enough.
If my friend tries to get you to...
If I hire the refugees, then I get cheap labor and they get coin. Think about it. They're stuck here with no coin and nothing to do.
Precisely.
All this kerfuffle over missing redcaps. Yes, we'd caged them.
Keep a sharp eye out. Redcaps are on the loose. Please, go.
I want to see...
Stinks! How dare you! What a necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves so we have decided to protect you. Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Day. Oh, this is Benjamin. Say hi, Benji. Me! Benji here checks all our patrons to make sure. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so not a problem, dear patron. Brain juice. Oh, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you. Well, it's about time. I told Lucretius forever ago that we needed some more razzmatazz on the big stage, you know? Glad she listened.
The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new